Definitely dead.
Yeah, well, you still got to see her, mate. And we'll need a doctor to certify her as well.
Yeah, I know. We seem to spend half our time nowadays ringing you lot about them.
Why's that? How many bodies have you had?
They're trapped. Turn up on all the sites around here. You can't get them. Here she is.
Nice.
Oh, Frank, just the man we want to see.
Oh?
Have you got a minute?
Loads of them, and they're all full.
No, this won't take long, Mr. Burnside.
Sorry?
Sorry, this is Dr. Reese from the Waste Regulation Authority.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Our department's crossed swords a couple of months ago.
You chased the fly tippers, right?
Well, not just the fly tippers, Mr. Burnside. The Waste Regulation Authority covers any kind of waste. It's quite a task. Do you think we could go into your office for a few minutes? I don't think this is quite the place to have a discussion, do you?
My office. Right. This way.
Been fishing this morning. I'm a bit asthmatic. Thought I could smell something getting on my chest.
I used to go fly fishing when I was a kid.
Oh, not in this river you didn't.
Caught a £7 blue bottle once. Come on, is this a wind-up or not?
Oh, straight up, I'll show you. I reckon I know where it's coming from at all. There. Damn it! Run out! Damn!
What's up, mate?
The inhaler's gone, in it!
Was he serious? Oh, no!
Right, Mrs. Reese. What can I do for you?
It's doctor, actually. I'm a doctor of chemistry. As I've just been explaining to the inspector here.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Well, as you know, Mr. Burnside, the control of waste disposal in the borough has become considerably more difficult with the growth of the docklands.
It's created quite a few problems for us as well.
Of course. And unfortunately, I'm just about to bring you a few more.
Oh, how kind. Another file on fly tippers. Yes, well, if that's all, I'll... sure I can find something to do with this.
Yeah, I'm sorry it's so thick, but we've been very busy.
No, thank you. Give us something to do.
Could I have a quick word, Frank, please?
Sure. Excuse me.
It won't be a second.
Fine.
Subtle as a brick. When did you leave the diplomatic corps?
Well, what do you expect? I mean, these council wallies get right up my nose.
Look, just do us a favour. Help us nick a few cowboys and get her off our backs.
Come on. No, not now, George. 21820 unit. Urgent assistance required, Minister Wolf. I'm going to need an ambulance to assist with a man in distress. I'm not feeling too good myself.
Sierra Oscar from 351, you're receiving, over.
Go ahead, please.
I'm answering urgent assistance. I'm only a couple of hundred yards away, all right? Look after that for me. Doctor should be here any minute. Don't let her go anywhere, right?
It's a fuse. Help me move him out.
You stop breathing.
Yeah, I've had him back once already.
All right, get some here.
Oh, come on. Still too near him out. Move him off.
Come on, then. Come on, you bastard. George? George? Come on, George. Wake up, George. Come on. No sleeping on the job, George. Come on, George. Wake up. Wake up.
50 PNCs at this time of day? On your bikes.
It's got to be done, June.
All right, come back at 3
Right.
a.m. I've got something much more interesting for you anyway. I've got body down at the docks.
Crime related?
Well, that's the question. It's an old lady, a vagrant. PC Haynes radioed in and reckoned a cold had got her.
That's about par for the course.
Yeah, well, it would be, except 5 minutes later, PC Garfield and some OAP keel over from fumes, only 200 yards away. Now, they reckon there's been a bit of illegal chemical tipping going on. And as you boys are working for the waste department, I thought you might like to go down and check out the corpse. Being as it's so near.
Let's have a look.
Don't say I don't do you any favours.
Do you want something, mate?
Tyrone Bella's a live and breathe.
Hello, Mr. Lyons.
Well, there was a waste of time coming on down here, but now seeing you, I know it's not.
What's that supposed to mean?
Go on down to the docks, they told me, Tyrone. Someone's been flying to me chemicals, and there's a stiff only a quarter of a mile away. Could be a connection.
Don't be daft, she died of the cold. It was turning up round here.
Yes, but not on a building site run by a bloke that I nicked for fly tipping on you a couple of months ago. Too much of a coincidence. So what are you doing, Tyrone? You and your mates using this as a cover? Dumping chemicals nowadays, are you?
Why don't you leave me alone? You lost me a good job last time, I mean. No one will employ me as a driver now.
Forgive me if I don't cry. I smell a rat, Tyrone.
Yeah, well, a lot of things stink round here today, mate.
And most of them are you.
What?
Afternoon, officer. Afternoon, madam. We're trying to make inquiries.
You've got 5 seconds before I slam this door in your face.
What do you think I am, a door-to-door salesman? Lock! Do you know an old lady called Gertie?
No. Why?
There's a man at the Sally Arm who says that she used to sleep here sometimes. She was an old lady, always wore red, very dirty face.
And the rest of her. What do you want to know for?
She died last night. We're trying to trace any relatives.
She didn't have any.
But she did live here, yeah?
She didn't live here, love. She slept here if she got in without us noticing.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like you didn't get on.
Just because we have to live in a dump like this doesn't mean we have to put up with nutters. She refused to wash. Ask them why they wouldn't have her at the shelter. She was a drunk and she scared the kids. If you ask me, she's better off dead.
So I won't bother putting you down for the funeral, then?
Get lost.
I'm not a happy man, Mr. Bell.
Why's that then?
This lot tell me someone's just dumped a load of chemicals down that manhole.
No.
Well, I reckon you had something to do with it. Tosh, get in touch with Michael at the town hall. Tell him to get Dr. Reese down here pronto. Right, go. Malcolm, keep your eye on this lot. In the meantime, Mr. Bell, you and I will go and wait in your office until I've had this site turned over. And if my friend from the Waste Authority doesn't find anything untoward, I may let you go home.
There was absolutely nothing in the water you sent me, other than the usual amount of pollution.
As I said, I'm only the messenger. They just said they want you there as soon as possible.
Get anywhere with Bell? Not really. He knows we haven't got anything yet. In that case, you better hear what the doctor's got to say. Thanks for coming down so promptly, Doctor.
Oh, I was given a lift here, Inspector. Look, I had no idea I was being press-ganged into doing your dirty work for you.
I'd have gone down there myself if I thought it would do any good. But unfortunately, it needs an expert like yourself. You got anything for me?
Yeah, it's an acidic cleansing agent, illegal and very strong, and it looks like a recent deposit.
Good. I'll go and see Mr. Bell, see what he's got to say for himself.
Now, I don't think you quite understand, Inspector.
Sorry?
Well, the cleansing agent is only half the story. It's bad, but not bad enough to kill. Which means the cleansing agent that was dumped down this manhole will have had to mix with some chemical, somewhere between here and the river, to create a toxic gas. Now, if I can find that chemical here as well, you might well have a case. I'd like a thorough search made of the whole site.
Be my guest. Malcolm. Do we know what your lady tramp died of yet?
Well, the post-mortem won't be through until tomorrow morning at the earliest.
And the old man down the docks, he definitely got a skinful of these fumes, right?
Oh, yeah. Very bad.
How bad? On his way out?
I'll put it this way. I'll be surprised if he makes it.
Near enough dead, then. Nice try, Mr. Bell. Guess what we found down that manhole?
Sewer?
A comic. Now you listen to me. I've just had a really interesting piece of news from the hospital. You know that old geezer who got overcome by fumes down by the river? He just died.
So?
So, you pour chemicals down a manhole, it gets into a disused sewer, and an old age pensioner gets killed. That's manslaughter.
What?
You heard? I'm doing it for manslaughter.
Yeah, hold on, this is ridiculous. I ain't getting done for manslaughter just because you found a load of cleansing agent down a drain.
Who said cleansing agent?
You did.
I didn't. I said chemicals. You said cleansing agent, which is exactly what's down that manhole. Now, how would you know that? Oh, come on, Tyrone, I've got you. Throw in the bleeding towel.
OK, you've got to listen to me now. I ain't having none of this manslaughter nonsense.
Why's that?
Because it ain't me dumping it, is it? I ain't got a lorry no more, thanks to you lot. I've got a mate. Well, it's just a bloke I know, right? He sometimes drives a chemical lorry. I've been coming back late a couple of nights letting him tip a bit of cleansing agent, that's all.
Nothing else.
Not that I know of.
What's his name?
Oh, come on.
Don't be stupid, Tyrone. If you don't tell me, I'm going to have to do you for the lot, not just helping out.
Dougie Booker. He works at Hughes Transfer Station.
Hello? Can I help you?
Probably, Chief. Scannell CID. Mr. Hughes about?
That's me. What can I do you for?
We're looking for one of your drivers. Dougie Booker.
Dougie? He's not here at the moment.
Turn it off!
I'm in a hurry.
Yeah, so are we. Now turn it off. Dougie Booker. Could you step outside for a second, please, Mr. Booker?
Sorry, didn't realise he was in. What's he done?
That's what we're trying to find out. I'd like you to come down to Sunhill Nick for a little chat, if you don't mind. You're looking worried, Dougie. I expect you'd like to know why you're here.
I ain't worried, but I'd like to know what this is all about.
Well, I'm not going to tell you. I'm a right little tinker, aren't I?
Aren't you supposed to tape record all our interviews nowadays?
What for? We're just having a little chat. No, we haven't charged you anything yet. I've got a mate of yours next door.
Hughes? He's no mate, he's my boss.
No, not that mate, another mate. Well, more an ex-mate, really. Because he's really dropped you in it, Dougie.
Who has?
No, that's all you get. I'm going to offer you a deal, Dougie. You're going to tell me all you know that I know. And I'll make sure that your cooperation goes down in my statement. Look good for you in court if I put a word in for you. Believe me, mate, you're going to need a few friends in there.
On your bike. I ain't done nothing.
Please yourself. In that case, I'm arresting you on suspicion of illegally disposing of chemical products. Now you can really start worrying, Dougie.
Anything?
No.
No acid then?
Look, did you really expect to find them together?
We rather hope so, yeah.
Well, you will learn that life is never that simple. Look, even if I found anything toxic, it wouldn't mean the stuff in the dockyards came from here.
Yes, I realise that.
So why drag me down here? You do know that whatever killed your old age pensioner could be killing people at the site now. I should be there, finding out where the fumes came from.
Mr. Burnside for...
Yes, well, you know what thought did. God, I should have a few words to say to your Inspector Burnside.
Yes, I'm sure you will.
You see, Mr. Hughes, I'm not too up on chemicals. But apparently someone's been dumping a cleansing agent near Minister Wharf.
Silly. What's it got to do with me?
Why didn't I mention that? You did it. Or rather, you paid Dougie Booker to do it for you.
What?
It's killed someone. You know that. You do process bleach and acid.
I've already told you that.
Which mixed together can be lethal.
Oh, what is this, eh? Guilt by association?
Oh, that's a good phrase. I must remember that.
Gov, she's here.
Right. I'm just going to find out where you got the acid from, Terry.
You'll have a job.
Got plenty of time, have you?
I want a brief.
Anything?
Not really, Gov.
What'd you bring her back here for?
I think she'd like a few words with you. She's just round the corner.
Lucky me.
Now, what exactly was the reason for dragging me away from the building site to that transfer station?
I was hoping, Doctor, you might be able to find me some conclusive evidence.
Now, look, if I'm to be forced to work for you, then please allow me to do so in my own logical way. I haven't got time to waste gallivanting round transfer stations.
Just through here, in an interview room, I've got a suspect who may be hearing every word you say. Now, if you continue to shout your mouth off, two things may happen. Firstly, he may become party to certain information I would not wish him to know. Secondly, I may charge you under the Noise Abatement Act.
Well, I'm sorry, but really, I wasn't shouting.
Well, let's just call it a subdued bellow. Now, I'm very sorry that you were sent down to Hughes's yard on a bum steer. At a later date, I shall beat my naked back with the branches of a birch tree. In the meantime, I am desperately trying to collect enough evidence to charge these cowboys before they realise they could just get up and walk out of here.
Well, in that case, get me back to the building site and I might just get it for you.
Certainly. Michael?
Yeah?
Would you take the doctor back to the building site?
Yes.
We know you've been dumping chemicals, so I don't know why you're holding out.
How do you know?
Because your mate of mine, Tyrone Bell, told me. You see, unlike you and your chum Hughes, Mr. Bell's got a conscience. He didn't realise those chemicals were toxic. He thought they were harmless.
Don't be stupid.
And when you get toxic chemicals in a river, they start screwing up the environment. And eventually killing people. Which is what you've done, Dougie.
What?
This morning an old man died from inhaling the fumes that you caused. I think we could call that manslaughter. Manslaughter, eh? Who'd have believed it?
You're off your head, mate.
You won't say that when you read the charge sheet.
Look, I ain't killed nobody. I'm a lorry driver, not Charles Manson.
So tell me the truth about these chemicals, then.
OK. I did dump some cleansing agent, but it weren't toxic. Unless Hugh's been chucking something else in without telling me.
He's in as well, is he?
Too right he is. Well, if I'm going down, he's coming with me. He's been charging people for safe disposal and bunging me and Bell a ton for dumping it. That saves him loads, doesn't it?
Now we're getting somewhere.
Go.
Doing well on this manslaughter story. Just try it out and book her. You drop using it if you're interested.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Tosh, didn't I tell you? The old man snuffed it for real about 10 minutes ago. So, looks like the manslaughter charge could be on the cards if we can make the acid and all stick. Round two, Mr. Hughes.
Better and better.
Two teas, please, Harry. Gotcha. I bet you've got a novel inside you just waiting to flood out.
Are you a nut or a summit?
No. I don't go around killing people. Not officially, anyway. It's called the domino effect, Terry.
What is?
Bell shops Booker. Booker shops you. Wicked world, innit? Mind you, you've held out the longest, which means I can be nastier to you than the others.
Number 1 crew member, leave the shower and leave the zone.
There you are. It's old barrels of cyanide and hypochlorite down
Number 2 crew member.
Down where?
Into the shaft.
in those cellars. And they're right under the bathtub where you found your corpse. Some people might have expected you to look earlier.
I thought that was your job.
Now, I found it, and it's the fastest piece of detective work I've seen today. See, they found some old cellars down there, and there are rotting barrels of cyanide and hypochlorite stored in them. Now, the cleansing agent that was dumped down that manhole over there ran into a disused sewer. It filled up and flooded into the cellars, where it mixed with the cyanide and hypochlorite. When the cyanide gas escaped, ran along the sewer, and down into the river, and killed your old age pensioner.
So why wasn't Haynes affected when he was with the old tramp?
Because she didn't die of cyanide poisoning. She was killed by chlorine gas, created by the cleansing agent mixing with the hypochlorite. The cyanide gas went straight down to the river. The chlorine gas went up through the cellar roof. You see, chlorine gas only kills in a confined space, which is exactly what your old girl created when she built her shelter.
How long do you think it's been down there?
I don't know, years probably. In this part of the world, some of these old cellars are like time bombs waiting to go off. One idiot fly tipping, that's all it takes. I hope you throw the book at him.
Gov.
Hello, Michael. Had a nice trip down the building site?
Yeah, we just solved the mystery of the acid.
Have you? So have I. Hughes is just about to give me a confession.
What about dumping the acid? He didn't, sir. We've just found a load of barrels of cyanide. They're years old.
Oh. I must be more persuasive than I thought. I've just spent an hour and a half convincing him he dumped it.
Not in Minister Wharf, he didn't.
Oh, dear. People will say anything to get rid of me. I'll tell you what, though. Go and find out what he has dumped. Not that it really matters. CPS permitting, I've decided to go for manslaughter anyway.
So it doesn't matter about the cyanide and stuff?
Maybe, maybe not.
So I've been running round like a lunatic after old dragon features for nothing.
Where was it then?
In some cellars, under that old bathtub.
What, right underneath the body? Well, didn't any of you dozy pillocks think of looking?
No, you didn't, sir.
Brilliant. Here, I'll bet old Marie Curie loved that.
You could say she's having a field day, sir. She's right behind you.
Mike, I'm starving. Mike?
Yes?
Why is it always me that has to sit in the car?
Because it's something you're particularly good at, Jim.
Cup of tea?
Oh, yeah, love one. White, no sugar. Thanks very much.
White 2 sugars for me, love.
That's just his little joke.
What time's he open up then?
8:30.
Waste of time this is.
Claire, at least try and look like you're protecting the public, eh?
Yeah. It's the last day of the competition, though, isn't it? Right. In which city would you expect to find San Sofia, Topkapi Palace, and the Galita Bridge?
Istanbul.
Ooh.
I thought you might like a little bit more, dear.
Oh, that's terrific. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Would you, like something?
Oh, no. No, you don't have to worry about him. Thanks.
I'm starving, Mike.
The only thing that's going down here is my blood sugar level. I'm going to grab some breakfast.
All right for some.
Well, Cavaliers aren't exactly known for their room service.
Do me a favour, will you, Jim?
Yeah?
Next time I see Tobin, remind me to wring his neck. I could have done with some kit this morning.
Oscar, are you receiving over?
Go ahead, mate.
Can you get down to 19? That's 19 Bream Road. I've heard the neighbours complaining about an all-night party.
Right you are, mate.
Where's the Prado?
It's in Madrid. Can you get over there now, please?
Madrid, Melvin. Our pleasure, mate.
Excuse me.
You all right, Jim?
What? Kill me!
Nothing broken?
No.
Would you recognise them?
Oh, yes.
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 6 receiving over.
Go ahead, Sierra Oscar 6.
I want a vehicle check on a blue escort van. Registration number November Hotel X-ray 749 X-ray. And a message for Mr. Burnside. The information on Lewis chemist was good. We have a face, we're in business. Come on, Jim. Mr. Lewis? Mr. Lewis?
What do you want?
CID, Mr. Lewis, from Sunhill.
That was quick. I haven't called you.
Well, we're cutting down on our reaction times.
I've loved you as I loved you when we
Hello, Mr. Murphy.
Hello there, Constable. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. What's going on here?
Well, it's the wife's father. You see, he's inside. Come along on in and meet the family. Oh, be careful with that, will you?
Sorry. And you've no idea why these people smashed your window?
I've told you, I don't
Sierra
know.
Oscar 6
It was
from
probably
Sierra Oscar
true.
receiving over.
Go ahead, Ken.
Sorry, Mike, the van doesn't exist.
Give that information to Mr. Burnside, would you? Over. You reckon it was kids then, Mr. Lewis?
That's what I told you, didn't I?
I see. What's this, Mr. Lewis?
Give those to me. They're patients' prescriptions.
Patient's prescriptions?
Yes. Can I have them, please?
Why don't you tell us the truth, Mr. Lewis? These are blank. There are no names on them. Now, someone is putting pressure on you to fill in false prescriptions. Why don't you tell us who it is?
Officer, do you hear what she's saying about my father? Well, he's my father too. And it's the truth, and everybody here knows it. He was as tight as a duck.
Mrs. Thompson, now we must show some respect for the dead.
Quite right, Father. And what respect did he ever show for me?
Now, ladies, calm down. Both of you.
What are you talking about? I'm perfectly calm. She would know how to calm down. The manners of her.
Otherwise, somebody might have to come down the station.
Michael, what are we doing here?
We're here to see Toby. He gave us the information on Lewis's. He might have some more.
They'll win Snout of the Year award if he has.
Handpick your snouts, do ya?
But what makes you think he's going to turn up anyway?
Because he always does.
On payday?
If he's a good boy. Here he comes now. Toby!
Oh.
You're in a bit of a hurry.
Mr. Dashwood.
All right, are you?
Yes, I'm very well, thank you. Do you fancy a drive?
Yeah.
Why not?
Yep.
In you go, Toby. Mind your head.
Look, I ought to be...
Right here, Toby.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I thought you were going to let us down this morning.
do you mind if I let you down, Mr. Dashwood? Look, the info was good, wasn't it?
Not bad, Toby.
But it wasn't everything, was it?
Yes, it was, Mr. Dashwood. Everything, honest.
Who are they? Who do they work for? Where do we find them?
Look, I don't know. That's as far as I go.
Is it? Is it, Toby? I'd say you could go a little further, like, what would you say, Jim? Withholding police evidence?
Sounds like remand pending trial to me.
Then a custodial sentence?
Oh, anything from what, 6 months to maybe 18?
Yeah, I thought so. Well, we'd better head back to the station then, hadn't we, Toby?
I got runners, that's all I know. I got runners distributed. I don't know where the supplies are, really I don't.
Where are the runners?
I don't know one of them.
Where is he?
O'Connell Street. That's one of his drop-off points. Top of Regis Tower. They've got a shooting gallery up there, that's all I know. Really it is. Look, for God's sake, don't tell them where you got it, Mr. Dashwood, please. Please.
Pull over, Jim. Thank you, Tobin. Goodbye.
I wondered if...
Goodbye, Tobin.
Yeah. Kid's name is Gillespie. Tony Gillespie.
What's his day job?
Child molester.
Top floor.
Sixth floor. Won't go any higher. Walk the rest.
Well, it's supposed to work wonders for your legs.
What is?
Climbing stairs. My mum told me.
Oh, yeah? What did she say about the heart attacks you get afterwards?
I never asked her.
Maybe you should have.
We ain't done nothing.
Yeah, that's right.
What are you doing up here, lads?
What's it got to do you? It's a free country, innit?
Oh, shut up, you! Oi! Don't be silly! Come on! Hold still.
Hey, get off!
Oh, no.
What are you doing?
Looks like we've got a little pin cushion here.
Same here.
Get
Come
off!
here!
Just
So what are you
get off.
doing here?
Nothing, we're just waiting.
Yeah.
What, waiting for Tony Gillespie? Come on, you two, off the roof. Got some questions.
Your best friends here, boys. Brought you medicine.
Hang on to him! Tony! Get over me! Not down there! Not down the chute! You idiot, you stupid little idiot! Who's your supplier, Tony?
You got nothing on me.
Haven't I? You so sure? And you're gonna find it. Come on.
Morning, Michael.
Right, Gov.
Right, which one of you lot's Gillespie?
Yeah, I am.
What you waiting for, Gillespie? Father Christmas? He's been delayed. Let's have a look in that bin. Looks like your luck's run out. God bless the bin men. Good. He's hurting. He's going to run like a rabbit when we let him go.
I wish someone would explain to me exactly what
That junkie kid in there, I want him bailed. We're going to do a follow job on him.
Up and down the city road, eh?
Yeah, in and out of the Eagle.
way,
Michael,
sir.
this will be your job. Don't get clever, keep me informed. I'll go and see her ladyship and try and get some feet to help out.
Try and make it Ackland, will you, Gov? She's got a brain.
Spares the dingbats, Gov. There was a time, Carver, when you were proud to wear a uniform. Chrissy, very lady I want to see. I need 3 uniforms to help out on a follow job. Junkie kid. Might lead us to some useful people. Who have you got to spare?
I haven't got anyone to spare, Frank.
Oh, come on, Chrissy. What about interdepartmental cooperation? You have read the Chief Super's latest memo?
How long's this going to take?
Hour at the outside.
You're going to have Stamp, Garfield.
Ackland?
OK, Ackland, but I want them back by 2.
Yes, ma'am. Tell him to go and see Mike Dashwood, will you? It's his baby. Thanks, Chrissy. Garfield, you working with us? Follow job.
No, sir.
No, Thursday. When do you think? Stamp, what you got there? Shrunken head?
Hamburger, Gov.
Yeah, well, you can forget all about hamburgers. Go and see Mike Dashwood. You're working with us. Follow job.
I'm off at 2, Governor.
When you're working for CID, you're off when I tell you. All right?
Mr. Burnside, sir.
Yeah, Mike Dashwood's in the glaciers room. Report to him. That's full of cholesterol, you know, Tony.
There you go, George. I'll order that. You joining us, Tony? Well, I won't be a second take that one.
Sierra Oscar to Sierra Oscar 85. Are you receiving? Over. Sierra Oscar 85. Are you receiving? Over.
Now, I'm bailing you to appear at this station in 14 days' time. Thank you. Where the results of the analysis will be made known to you. Now then, will you sign there, please, for your property? Medler, show this gentleman out, will you? Thank you. Right. And don't leave the country.
I ain't got a passport, have I?
Follow team from Sierra Oscar 6.
Received, Mike. Received. In position, Mike. Received.
Target is heading towards Yelverton Street.
Claire, you and Malcolm better get back to that wake fast. I've just had a call from a neighbour. Sounds like all hell's broken loose.
Yeah, we're on our way.
Jim. Yeah? Park up under the bridge. Tony? Yep. June's got eyeballs. You pick him up after the pub. George, where are you? Over here, Governor. Can't see him. See him, no? Just in front of...
He's gone, Mike.
Where? Damn. June, get in the pub. George, Tony, cover both the exits.
This is ridiculous. We just started and we've lost him already. Any sign of him, George? Not yet. Jim! No, but I reckon he won't be going anywhere in a hurry to stay easy.
Come on, June.
Gov? Yeah? There's nothing at the back. It's clean. Damn.
The target's not here, Mike.
What do you mean? You had him in sight.
I'm sorry, Mike.
All right, look, we'll have to starburst. June, go west. George, go north. Tony, south. Jim, go east. I'll tell Burnside what's happened and head up the high street.
The Doge's Palace. Venice.
June, where are you?
I'm in Sheridan Avenue, heading towards the Mitchell Estate. I'm about 4 or 5 minutes from the high street.
Damn. Tony? Yeah. There's no sign of him, Mike.
Great. Come on, pal, get out of the way. Target sighted. Moving south up High Street, heading towards junction with Kennelly Street. Get yourselves over here, he's shifting.
Yeah, okay, receive, going there now.
You've got a little piece to get going over the weekend. You've got a... Wait! Kevin, what's going on? What's happening? I'm cool, man. What's going on? I don't believe you, man. What are you doing to me?
It's definitely him. He's heading up Ladyfell Road in the direction of Exmoor Avenue. He's been trying to score off a flower seller. You better pick him up later.
Move in front of him, June. You'll either go straight up Mackenzie Road or take a right into Cross Street.
Doesn't look too good, Mike. I don't care what he looks like.
All right, Ozzy. Yeah, it's Tony, man. What's happening?
Keep ahead of him, June.
And this time, don't lose him.
I'll leapfrog you, Jim.
Okay. Mike, you know the only place his kid's going to lead us to is casualty. Keep behind him, Tony. Can hardly walk, Mike. That's not our problem. Mike, he's not going to last much longer. He'll last long enough to be useful. See me, Mike? Damn. Go back to Sun Hill. Jim, get in front of him. I'll follow. Jim, we're on.
I've got the guys from the chemists. Get over here.
Will do.
I'm in Exmoor Avenue. The van's leaving now. Let it pass you.
Too late! Hell. Don't pop me, Mike. I'll come with you.
They've got Gillespie! I know. I saw them. Get in, quick!
Father, you can't put those in there.
Teresa! Bridget! It's Mary Tringalani. We've come to pay our respects.
Excuse me, madam.
I can see you've given him a good send-off.
Where have they gone?
I don't know. Take your left here.
I don't like the look of this.
Neither do I. Well, there's the van.
Sierra Oscar to Sierra Oscar 6.
Go ahead, Sierra Oscar 6.
Need urgent assistance at the Clarebridge Industrial Estate.
Nothing. Well, they kind of disappeared into thin air.
You want to bet?
broken neck. Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 6 receiving, over. I have a suspicious sudden death. Male, IC1, Clarebridge Industrial Estate. I need a photographer, Socko, and would you ask the DI to set up an incident room?
Wasn't much left of any value to take, except for a few family heirlooms that weren't taken last time. I think they knew the kind of stuff they were looking for.
Was everything insured?
Oh, yes, and I'd like a crime number for the claim form, please.
Sure. So how much was this little lot worth?
About 3,000 in all. The clock was worth 1,200 on its own. I've left everything untouched for the fingerprint people. You're not going to scream me out again, are you?
Sorry?
I used to be a secretary at Rochester Road, love. I know how the system works.
Right, I'll see if I can get an antiques liaison officer down straight away.
Thank you.
Is there any chance of a look round the back garden?
Yes, of course.
Can you tell me where I can find Mr. Leeson? Over there. Thank you. Mr. Leeson?
Yes, mate.
Mike Dashwood, Sun Hill CID.
Oh, yeah. Fancy cocktail before we have a chat?
No, I don't think I will. I fancy my hearing too much. Got somewhere quieter we can go.
Yeah, follow me. Thanks for coming anyway, but you've probably got well away by now.
Who?
Mr. Walsh. Mr. Fergus, I'm an Irish git Walsh.
He's a friend of yours, is he?
Assistant manager, I have no friends. Anyway, up until last night, old Fergus was my head barman. Here we are, that's him.
Cheers. So, what happened last night?
Cleared his room out, went Shank's pony. I wouldn't mind, I didn't like it much anyway. Unfortunately, I think he rather overestimated his holiday pay.
Must have come over the wall.
I had broken glass on top of that until the council made me take it down. Since then, they've done me twice.
I think you found your burglar, Mrs. George, at least one of them.
It's a girl.
It's an unconscious girl at the moment. Could you find an ambulance, please? And you can leave that here.
It's my property.
It's evidence. Come on, love. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You ain't telling me you got all that from the fool.
1.5 hours from here, and about another 3 from there.
4,500 quid? How come you had so much cash in the place?
One night's dosh, that is. You need a second mortgage to buy a cocktail.
Any suggestion where we should look for this Mr. Walsh?
If I was you, I'd search every bar in Dublin.
Cheers, lads.
Well, all I can say is I hope it's nothing trivial.
Neither is fraud, Mrs. George.
Pardon?
Portable telly. Pendant, the watch and chain. Now, I just wonder what happened to the Jacot carriage clock, £1,200, and the Corinthian candlesticks, £850. It's strange they're not here, isn't it?
You're trying to accuse me of lying.
Mrs. George, I'm not accusing you of anything. I just do find it rather strange that the items she wasn't carrying just happened to be the most expensive ones you claimed had been stolen. I mean, you can see my point, can't you?
Yeah, British Transport Police Paddington wanted a word as soon as possible. Oh. They picked up a bloke called Walsh. Literally picked him up by the sound of it because he was out of his tree.
Oh, right.
That's all down there.
Thanks, Tony. Look, can you Come along with me.
Sure, give me 2 minutes to get changed.
Right.
We could keep her in for a couple of days, bruising to the face and head.
Any news on the mystery girl yet?
I should speak to Mrs. Lancaster about that one. Hospital social services. All my job's worth to get involved in hospital politics.
I'm afraid there's absolutely no way you can see her at the moment.
Can I have a name?
Look, the girl's no use to you lot. She's mentally impaired, handicapped. She needs help. Can't you leave it just for a while?
Well, yes, I could, but I do need a name.
Look, she doesn't wish to have any personal information disclosed to the police.
Which probably means she's trying to hide something.
Or that she's scared of you lot.
Yes, or terrified of someone who's beaten her up. Now, did she say anything about those injuries?
She hasn't said anything. Look, she's a very weak girl. She's suffering from a lot of stress.
Yes, and whoever put her under all that stress needs to be found out. Look, can't you see that?
You see that she's in no fit state to cope with all your questions.
Mrs. Lancaster, I have a reason to believe that somebody's been using a mentally handicapped girl to commit housebreaking offences, and doing it by force.
I'm aware of the state that she's in. That's why I can't allow you near her until her condition has improved.
Mrs. Lancaster, I need your cooperation. Look, that girl's been abused. I've got to find out who's doing it before he goes and does it to someone else. Look, I don't want to upset her. I don't even want to talk to her. All I need is a name.
I can't help you, I'm sorry.
So I said to the others, if you want a dose of hysteria, that is your problem. But it's my problem too if something ain't done about it.
Yeah. Another sausage roll, please, love.
The Federation should insist on regular health inspections, that's all I'm saying.
I thought they did.
Well, more regular. It's a waste of time asking you. Cup of hot water, please, love. It's all right. I've got my own tea bag.
So what do you reckon then, Tosh? Let's start Burnside with, thank you for this. Oh, come on. Maybe retarded. Maybe not's got an accomplice. He'll say you're wasting your time. Besides, you've got nothing to go on. I'd leave it till you can see the girl if I was you. Yeah, but how long's that going to take? Yeah, it's the Hippocratic oath, isn't it, eh? The system. Blood out of a stone. If they decide they really don't like the old bill, they can create as much red tape as they want to get in your way. But it can't be that hard. Your way will be, oh, yeah. I'll bet you a bottle of scotch you get nowhere. Well, if I get a name, I'll take you up on that. If you really want to find out what goes on in an hospital, the last people you ask is the top brass. So who do you ask, then? The porters.
Here's our man. Tom, how are you?
Hi, I'm well. Sorry about the rush, lads.
It's all right. Tony Stampy's helping me out today.
Nice to meet you. Tom Bailey. Well, we've got your Mr. Walsh firmly banged away. The good news is that he's sobered up this morning and is missing to everything. Right. Well, I do the honours here. But the Neanderthal men are playing away at Reading tonight, so we're a bit busy.
Ready?
We nicked the first one at 9:30. Right. Let's get the formalities out of the way, and then I'll let you at him. Have you got a briefcase for the cash? Yeah. Right. I've counted every penny of it, right? So if I hear of any less than 1,500 quid getting back to Sawmill...
Sorry? 1,500 quid?
Yeah. That's what he nicked, isn't it?
Not according to us, it isn't.
Oh, dear. Is this another case of crossed wires, I ask myself?
Well, did you get anything?
I always do, mate. Cost me a fiver, that.
A fiver?
Yeah, £2 for the name, £3 London waiting. There you are.
Ellison, I'm right. No address?
No, apparently she really is withholding it.
What do you reckon, Tosh?
Stick it through the computer. I reckon you're right not to take no for an answer, me old son.
I must say, you've turned out to be a bit of a disappointment to me, Fergus, me old mate.
Don't shout.
Well, tell us what you've done with the rest of the money, then.
What are you trying to fit me up with now? I thought you said I get no hassle if I just put me hands up to it.
I thought you had some.
Only there seems to be a little shortfall in your returns, Mr. Walsh. To the tune of £3,000.
Oh, look, fellas, I don't know what you're going on about. I got drunk on my own money, OK? I didn't even break into the 1,500 I nicked. Everything I pinched you got back.
And that's the truth. Now do me a favour. Leave me alone to die in peace.
Oh dear, Fergus. I think it's going to be a very noisy afternoon.
God.
Hiya. Right. Hey, how's my bottle of scotch coming on?
Not too well, mate. I've got her. She's got previous for shoplifting. I'm just going to butter up a probation officer for her address.
You don't give up very easy, do you?
Well, Tosh, I'm trying to save your liver. I've given up on his stomach.
When Burnside gets back from court and gives me a right ear bashing over this, you will tell him I told you not to, won't you?
No, it's no problem at all, miss. What I'll do is I'll go and have a word with the custody sergeant. He should know about it. You just hang on there a minute, though.
All little girls get bigger every day.
Making indecent
Stick
suggestions.
him over here.
Right.
Over here, sit down. Little girls.
Sarge, not now, Reg. I'm busy, right? Sarge Fergus Walsh. Never heard of him. Look, we know the rest of this. I want your name. Sarge.
Hugh. In the front office. Sarge.
Something.
You,
what is it?
You won't want to miss this.
All right, look, tell him to hang on for a couple of verses, will you?
Mr. Pies.
Oh, shut up!
Believe it. Can't even park in your own car park. It's the same with the area car. You get in and you can't get out, or you can't get in. You're mucking about with prisoners. Why the hell can they make deliveries at other times of the day? You can't even get your prisoners in. You're supposed to be...
Sorry, love, there's no one here of that name. Are you sure you've got the right station?
I'm not sure. You see, it's okay. This is them.
Trish, me darling! Oi, oi! Come on, out of it. Do I think you two know each other?
He's my boyfriend. I've come to bail him.
You're a bit quick. I'm afraid you'll have to wait. He's got to see our custody sergeant first. Sarge, see you soon, Tony.
Wait a minute.
See you soon.
Is that necessary?
If I just explain to you, love.
We've got to put him through the books, love, before he can do anything.
But I've got the money here. Look. How much do you want?
Ha! Tosh! What an honour to find you eating.
Where the hell have you been?
I've been finding out what's been happening to my girl at the hospital.
And?
Well, you're not going to believe this, but her probation officer's not seen her for 2 months. She's been sick, right? She got a sick note off the warden of the hostel they put her in.
Hold on. What hostel?
Bloomfield Road. Her probation officer got her in there. It's a hostel for the unemployed. Now, I've just been down there. She left 2 months ago. And the warden hasn't got time to breathe, let alone write sick notes to her probation officer.
So where's she now?
She's only gone and shacked up with Stewart Allen.
Stewart Allen? You're kidding.
No?
Jim? Who the hell is Stewart Allen?
Oh, I'm sorry, mate. I did him ages ago for ABH, but he has been known to fence antiques. Now, there is no reason why he couldn't have branched out into burglary, especially if he's got a stooge to hold the gear for him.
Well done, mate. If you carry on like this, I'm going to end up calling you sir.
Now, I'm going to go and get a warrant. You're going to come and watch me win a bottle of scotch?
Why not? And listen, forget about the warrant, eh?
What?
We haven't got the time. It's like I said, it's the system. There's ways, and there's ways.
Eh?
If I rule the world.
No amount of shouting is going to do you.
Get that out of his head.
Yeah, okay,
Sarge, have you set bail on my Irish barman yet?
Yeah, the blonde bit's still waiting for him. And who says crime doesn't pay? I wish I had someone like that waiting to pick me up from the station.
Did you check out where she got all the cash?
Yeah, looks like she's clean. Now, it appears... Will you shut up? I've got a stinking headache now. But anyway, look, I've set bail at 500 quid, all right? But unfortunately, Miss Willis was under the impression that she had to fork out the cash right here and now. So she went and withdrew 1,000 from a savings account. Looks like she's clean, mate. I'm sorry.
Don't be. Look, Sarge, do me a favour, will you? Don't release Walsh to her just yet. I've got a call to make.
Who to?
It's just an idea, might wrap this up. Bear with me, will you, Sarge?
Right.
Hello, Ellis. Look, I still think we should get a warrant, Tosh.
Oh, that's boring, Jim. What's this? I hope he's in after all this. Hello, Mr. Allen.
Yeah, who are you?
CID, Sunhill.
You look the type. What can I do for you?
Perhaps I better explain. We were hoping that you might be able to help us eliminate you from our inquiries. There's been an antiques robbery in the area. Where was it, Jim?
Lazelle's Road.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. Lazelle's Road.
Oh, we were hoping that you'd let us in to have a look round.
You got a warrant?
Well, no, you know, but we thought you might let us check you out.
No way, Jose.
Look, Mr. Owen, if you've got nothing to hide, it's in your own best interest to let us have a look round, isn't it?
No warrant, no entry.
Look, matey, it'll only take 5 minutes to get a warrant.
Well, go and get one then. Take your hands off my property.
You've got me mad, Alan! I'll be back, mate! I'll be back!
If that wasn't an act, Tosh, that's the worst bit of persuasion I have ever seen.
Of course it was an act, you moron. If he's got any stolen property in there, he'll be thrown in a suitcase like a man possessed. He'll probably be out in 5 minutes or so.
Yeah, but what if he hasn't?
You'll owe me a bottle of scotch.
Oh, brilliant. Heads you win, tails I lose.
Got it in one. I'll tell you something though, Jim, what with your enthusiasm and my brains, we could go a long way. Now stake it out in the car around the back and don't be seen.
Where were you going?
There's a very nice little chippy over there. I was thinking about some chips.
Cholesterol kid rides again.
Blue Lagoon? Yeah, assistant manager, please. Oh, is he? Can you tell him Mike Dashwood phoned? Yeah, we've got a suspect in for questioning. I wondered if he could pop down to the station for identification purposes. Yes, it is a bit. Sometime this afternoon would be great. Yeah, the earlier the better. Thanks very much.
Tosh, he's coming out the back way. 2 bags. It could be he's going to do a runner. It's a blue Sierra.
He's loading in something now, Tosh. Okay, Jim.
Oh, no.
Told him to flush him out. Keep your head down.
Oh, thanks a
You
lot.
might go back for more. But don't let him get away.
You ain't going nowhere, Alan. Cheeky git! Silly moo! It's no good, Tosh. He's seen me. I'm on my way round.
Oh, very clever, Stewart. Jim, forget about the chase, eh? Park up opposite by the garages.
Hey? Why?
Because I think he's trying one on us. And get some backup if there's any available.
Look, I've signed all the forms and everything. I didn't think it was going to take this long.
Well, it doesn't usually. It really depends on the custody sergeant and, well, this one's a bit of a slow coach. I am sorry.
Hello, Mr. Dashwood. Got messages to get over here ASAP. It's a hell of a way this time of day. Hello, Trish. What you doing here?
Oh, do you two know each other?
Oh, yeah, this is my girlfriend.
Oh, another one. Well, they do say there's safety in numbers. So you asked Miss Willis to bail Mr. Walsh, then?
What? What's going on?
Tosh, what's going on? Tosh?
Open the door, will ya?
He's cut around the back of the shops. Just get some backup.
Already gone, Tosh.
Good, because if he's going where I think he's going, we're going to need it.
Open the flaming door! Gordon Bennett, what kept you?
Nice try, mate. Jim, you're not going to believe this. He's hiding in the same cafe that I sat in.
Believe it.
Shows imagination, doesn't it, eh? Shame I saw him, really.
What's the matter with you? You tired of living or what?
Hammer's gone to roost in the cafe over there. I didn't want you two turning up like Starsky and Hutch.
Has he given us a hand?
Sure. He's picked the right place. Right little den of vice it is over there.
Of course. None of this would have been necessary if we'd got a warrant in the first place.
And if someone I know hadn't blown his cover, there's more fun this way, ain't it, eh? Let's just hope he's got the goods on him.
What if he hasn't?
We spend the rest of the year scraping egg off our faces.
What, you look after him? Just for a few days, mate. Can't you look after him?
That's him! Right. Get him, Malcolm!
I wouldn't, mate. Stay on.
You, my friend. Sit down! Suitcase, come on, give it here. Now! Bring him in here so he can see what I'm doing. Shift your stuff. Move! Right. What have we here?
Bit of a bad move, that, Tricia. Bailing one boyfriend using money from a joint account with the other.
Have you been seeing that pasty git?
For months. Not that you'd ever notice. You're in love with a bloody club.
Right. She helped me steal the other $3 grand.
Yogs were an idiot, Mike.
Sorry.
Receipts for all this, Stewart? You still need to get a warrant, you know.
Oh, no, I don't, mate. This is continuous action following your arrest in possession of stolen goods.
Harassment is what I call it.
You can call it what you want, Stewart.
Just wait until I get hold of my brief. I'm going to have you for wrongful arrest, for assault and for defamation of character.
You must be joking. You were caught red-handed.
I still need to see that warrant. And after all this stuff, I've never seen it before. You set me up for a proper...
Look, unless you're going to tell us where you've hidden all the stuff you couldn't carry, I suggest you shut it.
I'll tell you one thing, Slag. You've got to survive on our station, mate.
I'll tell my brief you said that.
Now, leave it, Jim. Let's lock up and go down the nick, eh? Let's see how you like sleeping in a cell.
I don't care what happens to me as long as you and Loverboy get done and all. You cow! I nicked $3 grand for us and you go and use it to bail out that Larry git.
You should just keep your mouth shut. We could have all got away with it.
Oh, fine, and what would I have got out of
Yes,
it, eh?
right. Excuse me. This is all very touching, but if I can just get a word in, I've got something to tell you. You're both nicked.
Look, Ellison. We do know Stewart was hitting you.
But he wasn't. Not unless I did something naughty.
But you don't want to go back to the flat, do you? Not really, eh?
He looks after me. We make love.
I am sorry.
That's okay.
You were right. It's too early.
Thank you for that. Believing it or not, I was rather hoping we'd have some success with her. Unfortunately, unless she volunteers, we shall have to try to keep her in under the Mental Health Act. You lock up the guilty, I lock up the innocent. What a world.
All right, Tosh.
Never let it be said Tosh Lyons could admit when he was wrong.
What's that then, eh?
You got a result, didn't you? You won, Jim.
Oh, yeah. Well, how come I don't feel like it then, eh?
I'm just resting my eyes.
Tosh?
Yeah? A nice one, Jim. Hey, no. Leave it. Bev! Beverly! Beverly! No, Larry. Morning. Where is she? Come on, you've had your night out.
I want to see her.
Oh, perhaps she'll visit you when you get your privileges back.
I'm not going back.
Don't even think about it, Larry. Dexter! Well, thanks a lot, Tosh.
a police officer!
You want to nick him interfering with Her Majesty's mail?
Send Edwards. He's had a quiet morning so far. Give him something to whinge about.
101 from Sierra Oscar receiving, over.
101 receiving, over.
Taff, can you go to 33, that's 33 Lambton Walk. The neighbours can't get an answer from the old lady in the upstairs flat.
Perhaps she didn't understand the question.
Stop whinging, Edwards.
Is Hollis in yet?
25 to 9, he usually is.
Is he sick, do we know?
When Hollis is sick, Mum, he usually likes to come in and share his misery.
Sarge, you haven't seen Ollis around anywhere, have you?
No, I haven't.
He's got a group insurance claim form for me.
You can deal with that in your meal break. Back on the front desk.
I was told to wear it.
I dread to think what you'd be like if you got really hurt.
Rich.
Do you want a hand? No, thanks. You just wait down here. Mrs. Hamilton.
Are you okay?
Yeah, all right, thanks.
Careful.
Selective stoppages or an overtime ban, and all-out strike appears unlikely. The dispute at Holloway over staffing levels is now in its third week. Prison officers throughout London have posted on new admissions in support. The action's already led to 1,206 prisoners being held in police cells. Nurses at the Morsey Hospital in South London hope this afternoon on whether not to join the one-day strike planned for next Thursday in their dispute over grading. Nursing members of the health union COSY at Ealing, Claybury, Middlesex and Charing Cross hospitals have already agreed to take part. A £20 million improvement scheme has been announced for the Angel Tube Station, considered by many as the most...
Sierra Oscar from 101, are you receiving?
Come back to me when you've spoken to them, and we'll discuss it properly. I don't see there's any point in us doing so until then, okay? Hollis.
Oh, yes, sir?
This isn't just a whim, is it?
No, sir.
Oi! Hollis!
Oh, yeah, your claim form. Ah, that's right, mate, I haven't forgotten.
Yeah, well, am I going to get enough to buy a new CD player?
She's gone out to a sudden death. Oh, Ramsey's looking for you. No, I know. Sarge, can I ask you something? If I resign as collator, could I come back on this relief? I mean, well, I know it's not up to you, but what do you think? Is this one of your trick questions, Ollis?
No, he didn't. His wife wasn't at home. He couldn't get into the house.
Tell Gobbler his information is a load of rubbish. Tell him to get his act together or you'll start asking how he can put 100 quid bets on the horses.
Do you want to talk to him yourself?
With 2 more till snatches yesterday? Tell him...
Tell him to find out where Dexter's wife's living. Tell him to meet us in the same place as yesterday and tell him he's only got half an hour left. Otherwise his betting days are over. Come on. I've been up half the night.
Oi, Rich, can't the Federation do something about soft paper in the gents' bog?
Hey?
So the last time you saw her was on Friday evening, before you left for Brighton?
We didn't get back until, what, 20 to 11 last night.
Has she been... Can you tell when she died?
It's very difficult to say.
A few days, then?
I don't think you could have done anything if you'd been there. It looked very sudden. You don't know if Mrs. Hamilton had any relatives that we could contact, do you?
She didn't mention anyone.
I couldn't do your job. I expected something you get used to, though.
Not really, no.
Yeah, mate. Oh. Yeah, give me that. Yeah. Oops. Cheers.
Yeah, it's not sugared.
Thanks, Jim. Come on, Gobbler.
I bet your father that when old Dexter sees his wife again, he'll give himself up.
Is this before or after he gives her a beating?
Well, depends on what she's done, of course, but Dexter, nah. He's not the violent sort. He'll come quietly.
You reckon?
Well, we know the bloke's devoted to her. All he wants to do is see her again.
What, a lover, not a fighter? So why'd he skip just before his review comes up?
Could simply be he misses her.
More than likely he's heard that she's been having it off with some other fellow while he's inside. All right, Tosh, a fiver.
You ever been separated from someone you loved, Jim?
Oh, yeah, of course.
What? 3 days, 4 days, couple of weeks?
Oh, come on, gobbler.
You want to make a note on Larry Dexter's card while you're there? Carver said he runs like a hungry whippet.
No, it's a different index.
I don't like you, Hollis.
Huh?
You're too quiet.
This Tyrrell snatch bloke. Wearing sunglasses, you say?
Yeah, those stupid wraparound ones.
What?
Didn't know you kept a cat, Reg.
Hey.
Who was she then?
Who was who?
The woman who put the marks on the side of your neck.
Hey?
Come on, Reg. You can tell me.
About time.
Yeah.
Mr. Carver? Mr. Lyons? Beginning to think you weren't coming, Gobbler. I'll give us a chance. I had phone calls to make. Well, it's not much. Never is. Here's the fact. I didn't have time to stop at the shops.
What are you going to tell us? We're going to beat it out of you.
Two things. Cheers. Seems that with Larry inside, Bev's been doing a bit of bar work down at the Duke's Head.
Invaluable information, Gobbler.
What's the second thing? Well, there's a rumour going round that she's been doing some modelling.
Is this your delicate way of saying she's on the game?
Oh, no, like photographical modelling, like calendars, magazines, that sort of stuff, you know.
So that's why Larry did a bunk.
Wouldn't want my mate seeing my missus like that.
You're not married, Gobbler.
Oh, yeah, I know, but if I was...
And you haven't got any mates?
Oh, and Mike?
Yeah, what?
You know.
Oh, Reg. My lips are sealed.
Massive coronary, I'd say. Really tore the life out of her. But we'll tell them she went into sleep.
I don't think there's anybody to tell.
When do you think it happened?
Rough guess without a post-mortem? Saturday. Did you check her for marks?
No.
You haven't?
No, I thought it was best not to disturb anything.
Come on, let's roll her over.
No, I don't believe it. Straight up. You are joking.
What's that?
Outrageous news, Viv. A Mike Dashwood exclusive. Reginald Hollis spent the night with a woman.
So?
What do you mean, so?
Well, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I've got a bad arm, ain't I?
Are you okay?
Yeah, fine, thanks. Mortuary van will be here in a minute.
Can I get you anything?
Good job with prospects.
Mr. Waterhouse is down at Cash and Carry.
Do you know when he'll be back? We'd like to speak to him.
Opening time. What's it about?
We want to ask him some questions.
Done something wrong, has he?
Not as far as we know, Mrs.
Cole.
Oh, Mrs. Cole. Well, perhaps you can help us. We're trying to trace one of his staff, Mrs. Dexter, Mrs. Beverly Dexter.
Do you know her?
Oh, yeah, I know her. Right cow she is, and all carrying on like that with her husband away.
Mrs. Cole?
You think I'm bad? You should hear her mother-in-law talking about her. Even makes me cover my ears up, and I'm not afraid of a bit of bad language. Oh, dear me, no, you don't want to get Peg on the subject.
This is Peg Dexter, is it?
You go down the market to get a bit of veg for your dinner, and it's this bitch this bitch that. If you're looking for Beverly, Peg's your woman.
I've spoken to Mr. Conway, Mum. And the thing is, see, I don't feel I'm fulfilling my obligation to the men.
As Federation rep, you mean? Well, no, I can understand that.
Well, that's why I'd like to know, when I resign as collator, if I could return to your relief.
Resign as collator?
Well, I came from your relief originally. It's the one I'd like to come back to.
I'm sorry, I thought... Look, Reg, can you give me some time to think about this? It's come as Well, something of a surprise, and there are things I have to take into account before I can give you a definite answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Mum.
June? Sarge?
All right.
They're fine. I mean, being cadre mob isn't exactly the front line.
They
but-
also serve. Have you thought any more about what I said?
What about me being made up to sergeant? No, not really.
Well, Tom and Alec feel the same. I think you should do it. You're the right sort of person.
Yeah, well, it's very flattering, but to be honest, I don't think I want the hassle.
Talking about hassle, have you spoken to Reg Hollis lately?
Not if I can help it. No, why?
Well, he was talking to me this morning about resigning from the collators job. And I wondered if he'd had any, you know, or whether he's just thrown a moody.
No, not that I know of. I mean, the blokes wind him up all the time, but you know Reg, he's got a skin like a dinosaur.
Yeah, that's probably something else. All right.
Hey, Sarge, he's not coming back on our relief, is he?
What was he like when he was on the relief?
He's like Hollis.
Thanks, Bob.
Well, you know, he gets the job done.
Did he?
Well, I won't knock the man's ability.
But as a member of the team,
What have Tom Penny and Alec Peter said about him?
Tom's asked to be put back on night duties.
And Alec?
Alec was busy. I was hoping you could sound him out.
Sorry. Cheers.
5235. Thanks, Alan. Yes, please.
Mrs. Dexter?
Yeah.
We're police officers, Mrs. Dexter. Can we have a word, please?
Trevor, give us a couple of minutes, will you? About my son, is it?
Well, have you seen him, Mrs. Dexter?
Last Thursday, same as always. Train down, bus out to the prison, and a quick half-hour chat.
You haven't seen him since last Thursday?
What do you mean, since? No.
Larry escaped yesterday morning.
He only had 2 months left to do. Stupid.
We saw him this morning trying to get into his house to see his wife. She wasn't there.
No, she wouldn't be, would she? Evil, selfish bitch. First she leads him up the aisle, then she gets him mixed up with travellers' checks. Then she gets off scot-free while he gets put away, and now this. She knew he'd find out about her carrying on. She knew what it would do to him. She knew.
Well, I'm afraid Larry's not doing himself any favours, Mrs. Dexter.
Wraps him round her little finger. I tried to tell him, but he wouldn't listen.
Do you know where we can find her?
Moved in with one of her fancy men. I don't care where she's living.
Mrs. Dexter?
Arden Towers. She's been staying with some photographer in Arden Towers.
This is the gospel truth. Sleeping with Reg Hollis is a Brownsville stress factor of 78.5.
That's nearly as bad as being taken hostage in a crime.
Yeah. Mortuary van turned up then, did it?
No, I just carried her out and dumped her in a skip.
Oh, you're cheerful.
You heard about Reg?
No, show him, Hollis.
Very attractive. Received in the line of duty, was it, Reg? Who did it?
Just someone.
Male or female, Hollis?
Yeah, but what we want to know is, was it safe sex?
Yeah. Or did she just want to marry you in the morning? Look, are you not going to let me eat in peace or what?
What do you think about backup, Tosh? Backup? You don't even know she's there. Now, mine's Speedy Gonzales. And if he's on the top floor, what's he going to do? Run through thin air?
Yeah, but this from the man who deliberately broke the door handle in his pull, so he has to lean over the woman to let her out.
The price of bush spares, you're joking, aren't you?
How did you afford that car, Ramsey?
Sold my granny for medical research.
Should have sold it to Hollis. He's not particularly choosy, are you, Reg? Any old slapper for you, eh?
Shut it.
Mind you, he probably got those when she was trying to fight him off.
I said, shut it, Edwards.
Yeah, he's a terrible thing, Reg. What's your problem, Hollis?
Go on, say it now, you little Welsh prat with your little Welsh wife.
Say what?
All your smart-ass comments, all your sarcasm.
Oh, leave it out, Reg. I'm not in the mood. Anyway, I'm on my break.
Yeah, everything has to have the Edwards seal approval, eh?
When you've been out on the streets all morning, then you can have a go. But until that moment, I suggest you shut your mouth.
Hollis. You.
outside. And you want to come back on this relief?
You'd have thought there'd be other ways to pay the rent. What's she going to do, Jim? I mean, she's got to make ends meet.
That's all we need. Bulletproof vest.
Look, Edwards is like that. Edwards says things. But you know what your problem is, Reg. You're a 9-to-5er. Look, it's all very well you pulling out one of your little cards and it says what? Joe Bloggs, 16 stone, violent, went drunk, and giving it to some poor PC and saying, oh, by the way, he's likely to whack you when you nick him. It's another thing to go out and do it yourself. I know that. You won't like it, Reg. But you moaned and groaned about it before, remember? And it's got worse since then.
Are you telling me you don't want me back on the relief?
No.
Well, not in so many words.
No, what I'm saying to you is think about it.
Why shouldn't she get paid for taking her clothes off?
Yeah, but all the same, Tosh.
Who is it?
Mrs. Dexter. Mrs. Beverly Dexter.
No.
It's DC Lyons and DC Carver from Sunhill Police Station. Would you mind opening the door, please, Mrs. Dexter?
There's no one here by that name.
Well, who are you? Hello!
What?
Look, please just come to the door, Mrs. Dexter. It won't take long.
There's no Mrs. Dexter here.
Well, do you mind if we come in?
Yeah, I do mind. I'm not dressed and I've got a bit of work by midday.
What, at the Duke's Head?
No.
Is Larry here?
Larry, you.
We'll give you just 3 seconds to open this door, otherwise we'll open it for you.
He's not here. Last night's dinner.
Really?
You don't believe me?
If you're chucking these out, Mrs. Dexter, I'll have them. Where is he?
Gone about 10 minutes ago. You just missed him.
Nothing. He's gone without his trainers.
Somebody do something! Please do something!
Oh, very clever. Sheets in blankets, someone to tie together. Sierra Oscar from DC Lines. Sierra Oscar from DC Lines.
We just get this station running smoothly, and then there's another complication. A collator? Where am I going to get a new collator?
It's just that I feel I can further my career with the Federation, sir.
And that's your motivation here, is it?
Well, the present chairman of the Federation is a sergeant. The last one was a PC.
And you think you can follow in their illustrious footsteps? Well, that's quite an ambition, Hollis. I suppose all that time off for conferences and junkets doesn't enter into it.
Get him down!
Shut up, madam, please!
All right, Tosh?
Yeah!
All right, mate, just hang on there. Hold on. All right.
Try to grab it.
It's below you! What? It's on the balcony below you! Sierra Oscar from 227. Are you receiving me, over?
Go ahead, 227.
June, cancel the fire service. Dexter's now on the 4th floor. Any units in the vicinity, assistance required.
Oi! Larry!
only little.
I did it. What I said I'd do. We'll go back on the streets. Yeah. Well, I thought we could, you know, go out, celebrate. Well, tonight. How are you? What are you doing tomorrow night? What about Friday? No, sure. Yeah, no problem. Yeah. Let's leave it open. Yeah.
Urgent message, I've got a serious RTA. I want 2 ambulances, fire brigade with lifting gear and cutting equipment, and a unit car with lights and guns. Just stand back, lads, okay?
Say it slowly.
Right. I need an ambulance, fire brigade with lifting gear and cutting equipment, and a traffic car with lights and cones.
Is there an ambulance on its way? Excuse me.
He was going too fast.
Are you all right, sir? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What's your name?
Jeffrey Weller.
Right, Jeffrey. An ambulance is on its way. If you'd just like to turn your engine off and just stay there, okay? Somebody, excuse me, sir, excuse me. Can you just watch the guy in the truck, please? Thanks a lot. Sierra Oscar from 148. I need an ambulance urgently.
Stand by, Yorkie.
Come on, I've got a badly injured woman.
What's the matter, Yorkie?
I've got a ruddy car under an Arctic, that's what's the matter.
I'm trying. It's been assigned. Everything's held up in the traffic due to the hospital fire.
Look, I've got a freight act. You've got to get somebody here. I need a traffic unit.
Where's the ambulance?
Look, is there a doctor anywhere? Okay, love, it's all right, it's all right. Okay. Okay, just give us a hand. Can you come around here? You've got to put your weight on the pressure point. But not too hard, because we don't know if anything's broken. Okay, love? Okay, can we use your bag?
Yeah.
Okay, just get the bag, sir. Let's just slip it up. It's okay, love, all right. How are you feeling?
She's all right, she's conscious. Is the ambulance on its way?
It won't be long. Look, do you know this lady's name?
No. How's the driver? Car driver.
Yeah, cheers, lads. Look, just put it on there, okay. Excuse me, sir, can you give me a hand? Yeah, I'd just like you to direct the traffic, okay? But only let it through at intervals. Now, don't let these through until you know they can get through at the other side, okay? I should let him get on there.
Right then,
okay, sir.
right.
We're back in a minute. Thanks a lot. Sierra Oscar from 148. Where's this traffic patrol? I need assistance urgently.
You okay?
Look, just get somebody down here. What's everybody doing? Look, I need an ambulance. I can't stop the bleeding. And I need traffic reconstruction. And I need a fire brigade with cutting equipment and lifting gear.
Okay.
Just get somebody down here, okay?
Calm down. There's an ambulance on its way from a station outside the area, and Tom Penny's on his way.
Well, where is he?
Why? He's on his way.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah. I saw him reading the paper.
And your name is?
That's not the driver.
Stay away from that car! Get away from that car!
Why?
I'm telling you to.
But that's not the driver. Where's the driver?
Stay away from the car, Mr. Weller!
But there's people in there. We've got to help them.
We can't help them.
Why they're not...
Don't!
It's not my fault.
Look, we'll deal with this later. Just get him away from this car.
Oh, God, holy God, no, it's not my fault. Come here and look at where this man's
Look,
parked.
the traffic car will be along in a minute.
Come and look.
Look, let go of me, Mr.
Look,
Weller.
Where's the fire brigade?
I'm sorry, sir.
Look, it's parked in the middle of the road.
What? Look, it'll be along in a minute. You're supposed to be looking after this man. Just you get over there, Mr. Weller.
I can smell the petrol. It's going to go up any minute.
I don't think so, sir. You're supposed to be looking after this man.
Where's the fire brigade? That's what I want to know.
Listen,
I wasn't to blame. Even the car was to blame.
Not now. Look, I've got other things to deal with. Well, deal with you
It was
later.
going too fast.
Mr. Weller, I can't. Look, I'll deal with you later. I've heard you. I've heard what you said.
I've never had one accident.
I know, Mr. Weller.
I've been driving for 15 years and I've never had one accident.
Somebody will be later in a minute.
And I'm a family man. I've got kiddies. I'll probably lose my job.
Yes.
And I'm a religious man too. I wouldn't hurt anyone.
Yes.
I just want you to know that, right?
Yes. Somebody will be later in a minute.
I've been driving for 15 years down this route and I've never had one accident. And you check on that. Go on, check if you want to. I know this route like the back of my hand.
Just give me a minute, Mr. Weller.
It was not my fault. Now wait, I'll go and get my licence.
Sierra Oscar from 148 receiving, over.
You okay? Go ahead.
I need help, now, please.
Isn't Sergeant Penny with you?
No.
There's a lot of traffic because of this fire. I'll find out where he is. I'll get back to you.
Here you are.
We got a lorry there, can't get through because of that parked van.
What, that van? That van?
Yeah.
See?
We'll move it now.
No, I want that van marked before it's moved.
Look, I've seen where it is.
Hang on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Right, it's 13 foot to that curve. What's he doing with that cigarette in his mouth? What are you trying to do, blow us all up? Oh, sorry, mate.
Ray! 148 from Sierra Oscar, do you read me? Over?
Yeah, go ahead, Sierra Oscar.
Tom will be with you in about 2 minutes and the ambulance is making its way, possibly 3 minutes.
Well, what about the fire brigade?
Yes, on its way. How's the injured woman? Is she alright?
Gotta get this out of the way!
Is she alright? Are you still there?
Yes!
Are you alright, you okay?
I'm moving a van!
It's all right, I'll move it. Listen, she's losing a lot of blood.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Listen, look, I've got to go. I'm afraid I'm late. I was a witness. I saw what happened. Is that your van? Yeah, what do you want me to do? 'Cause I've got to go. We should have a look at this woman. I don't know anything about first aid. It looks pretty serious.
Come, just a minute.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to do then?
You better give me your name and address.
Bell, 128 Wyndham Road.
Where's that?
Yeah, Romford.
Yeah, okay, mate.
Okay, fine.
She's losing consciousness.
You're not doing it
Well, now,
right.
how do I know?
Well, I've showed you what
Well,
to
do it
do.
yourself then.
Look, I'm sorry. I need your help. Look, take your foot off and push there. Put your weight there, okay? Look, there must be a doctor somewhere.
It's taking them so long.
Look, they'll be here in a minute. What's the name?
I don't know.
We'll just keep talking to her. You're doing all right. I'll get somebody to help you.
When you were reading a paper at the lights, I overtook you. I could see you.
Oh, you're a liar.
Stop pushing me.
What's going on here?
Johnny, you parked that van. It was bound to lie.
What are you two doing? Get off! Get off it! Get off! You stay there! What's happening here? Look, there's a woman and child in that car.
Well, I didn't kill him.
And there's another woman over there bleeding to death.
He's a liar.
Get off!
Just get your hands up.
Get off!
It's his fault.
Look,
Johnny parked that van. And I wasn't reading a newspaper. He's a liar.
Look, Mr. Weller, have you been drinking?
No, I haven't been drinking, and I haven't been reading a newspaper. Just leave me alone, will ya?
Stick your hand behind your back. Mr. Bell, you just stay there. Come with me. What do you think you're doing? Clear off!
Get out of it, you!
Clear off!
You bloodthirsty little creep!
Look, I'm from the local Gazette.
What did you do that for, you idiot? Photographer creep deserved it. There's people dead over there. He's got no respect.
Mr. Bell, I want a word with you.
Don't believe a word he says. He's a liar.
He's mad. Listen, I saw him reading the paper as we left the last set of traffic lights. I
sorry,
overtook him.
What's your name and address?
No, I was coming. I could see him coming down the road. I've given you my name and address. I just pulled over to check the A to Z.
And he was still reading the paper?
No. I don't know. I saw him.
Look. Can you just pass into Sunhill Station before you leave the area, please?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got to get going. Listen, you don't know where Burnham Close is, do you?
The lorry driver must have a fire extinguisher in his cab.
Right. Look, I've told you to clear off.
No, he's a liar, that fella. He's a liar.
Shut up. I'll get you later, look.
He's parked in the middle of the road!
Sierra Tango from Sierra Tango 5-4. At present we're at the bottom end of Southern Bridge. Traffic because of the fire at Stagnant Psychiatric is now back over most of the bridge. We can give it a run.
The fire extinguisher!
30 minutes.
Sierra Oscar from 148.
Yorkie, it'll be there in 1 minute. The traffic's been really bad.
Thank you. What about the ambulance?
You don't know what it's been like here. I'll come back to you.
That's yesterday's paper! That's yesterday's paper! Check the date! The whole thing won't go up any second!
Oh, I don't know what to do.
What?
I don't know. I think she's...
What do you mean?
She seems to have gone.
Didn't you stop the bleeding?
Well, look at her. She stopped breathing.
Well, what about her pulse?
Well, I tried to find it, but I couldn't find it. I mean, I don't know anything about first aid.
Sierra Oscar 1 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
She's not going to die.
What am I supposed to do? I don't think it's any use. She's lost a lot of blood. It's all right, she's got plenty of blood. Defib. Tom's meant to be on his way. She's just lost a lot of blood. Yeah, she might be suffering from VF. Anyone else? What about in the car? Well, no one in the car. Go on 200 joules, OK? And stop the bleeding. How many in the car? Oh, dear. Well, we won't need the other ambulance.
Go around behind that bus. Sarge! Is that bus involved? What's it doing there? You should have blocked off the road.
Got a coach party at Rubbernecks there, you can sell tickets.
Get out of here, you pathetic bastard! What do you want, tickets?
That's my wife's car.
We've diverted traffic around the back. Your lads made a pig's ear out of this.
Not very pretty. Mother and child. Instant, thank God. Can you get back off the road, please? We don't want another accident, do we? Over there, please. Okay. Have you got the name of the injured woman? Smith?
Yeah.
What was the name?
What's the stranger?
No, that's the deceased woman. I want the name of the injured woman.
Oh, I think I got it.
Have you got the names of the ambulance crew? possibly should have had that as continuity of evidence. Never mind.
There was a van parked over there. Mr. Bell, he was a witness. And there was the guy that lived over there. He thought we were all going to go home.
You've made a right cock-up of this.
Just want to cut your eyes out. Get a razor blade inside and cut it out.
Oh, what happened to you? Where did you shoot you, sir? Hey, head off!
Edward, leave him alone.
What did I say?
Edwards. Have you got a spare shirt here?
Yeah, I think so.
Right, well, you better go and get yourself cleaned up. Now, I don't want to push you, but you'll need to make up your notes. Go and have a cup of tea first.
I'm really sorry. There was nothing I could do. But you're all right, yeah?
Yeah.
A FATAC is a uniforms investigation of a manslaughter. I mean, one, he failed to block off the road.
What was he doing?
Even if it was the Queen, no one should have passed down that street. The reconstruction unit had no chance. He was standing about with his hands in his pockets. Who knows what evidence we've lost. He's got no witnesses. The one witness he did have, he allowed to take his vehicle with him.
Yeah? That's not like Yorkie.
It's death by reckless driving. It'll be reduced to drunk driving.
You think so?
Haven't got the evidence.
The landlady rushes up to him and said, the bloke who done this is next door. So I go in the public bar and immediately I know who it is. It's Matt Vinci.
Who's McVinci?
Got tattoos all over his
Yorkie?
6'4". This guy's got...
You had quite a bad FATAC. No kid involved? Well, look, if you want to come down to the office and have a chat later, yeah? Right.
You know who he is. If he wants to leave, just let him go. And the guy, the bloke is well done and very quiet.
All right, let's just see him, mate.
Yeah, go ahead. To the station, asking us about the fight. Anyway, last night, I'm sitting in the grove with Martin and Nick, and I feel this tap on the shoulder. I look up, and it's only him.
No. McVinci?
He says, don't I know you from somewhere? And my bum's covered. I think, this is it. He says, didn't you stop me the
What's
other
wrong
day?
with Yorkie?
Fake act or something. Anyway, he said, aren't you the bloke who stopped me in the Stepney Road? Because I gave you a false name and address. And I think either I let this bloke think I'm a right crap.
How are you getting on?
Fine. I just wasn't prepared.
Yeah. It's a shock. That magnitude of injury always is. Especially when there are children involved. Still, if you can deal with that, you can deal with anything. When you've done that paperwork, just leave it on my desk, all right?
Sarge, I'm worried about Yorkie.
He's all right. I've just spoken to him.
I feel bad. I should have been able to do something.
There's nothing you can do, Viv.
I think he's in shock.
Yeah. That's what I like about you, Viv, is your mothering quality. You ought to have some kids.
Oh, there you are. I just heard. Sorry.
Why? Wasn't my kid.
Well, it must have been pretty awful. Do you want to talk about it?
Not really, Ken, no.
Life still goes on, mate. I mean, I know it must have been a disturbing, shocking experience. But life goes on, eh?
How very profound.
Do you believe in God, Tony?
Look, I appreciate what you're trying to do, Ken. But, you know what I mean? I'm okay. Don't worry.
Sarge?
Come in, Yorkie. Sit down.
I've got to make up my nose.
Yeah. Why don't you just sit down there for a while, eh?
I was praying an ambulance. A doctor, somebody would come. You can't imagine.
No, it's never pretty.
I just can't get it out of my head.
Sorry, lad.
Imagine what the bus driver must be feeling.
Yeah.
He's lost his wife and kid.
Yeah. I've gone home to the wife after something like this, and I've just clung on to her. Just sat on the sofa, watching the TV all night, and just held her.
I was like a zombie out there. I didn't know where I was.
Yeah, shock's a funny thing. Why don't you just sit here a while, eh?
I just can't lose it. I don't know whether I want this anymore.
Well, I don't know if you'll ever lose it. Death is something you get to know. Sometimes it's a smell, sudden noise, a sound, and it comes back. I don't know what it is. It's just like a feeling.
Who's on the desk?
Melvin.
Look, we all make mistakes. Don't worry about it.
Look, please, just go away. She just came in and started singing, Sarge.
You giving her any money or anything?
No.
You've got a lovely voice, haven't you, really?
You all right?
Yeah.
If you want to chat later.
Yeah, thanks.
Here you are.
Oh, I don't need any money. We've got a nice double room for the night, eh?
You're a wonderful woman, Reading, but you smell.
I know. It's Scannell.
Here you are.
Oh.
Come on then, love.
Off
you go. Thanks very much.
Do you want to go for something to eat later? Just us two.
It's funny.
Right.
The things you think. The things you think are going to happen. And suddenly everything changes. No, it's Tony.
55, 55,
I've had enough.
Okay.
I want to get out when I'm still young. It's just not worth it.
Don't worry.
You okay?
Oh. It's the hospital. The injured woman's just died.
The description of this girl's completely different to the description given in any of the other shops.
Well, I'm not surprised.
You're not really bothered, are you?
Oh, come on, who's going to remember a face? How many credit cards do you think these shops take in a day? You've got to be joking, Taff.
So what are you saying?
Well, it's a waste of time. If you've got a stolen credit card and it hasn't been reported, you could go on all day and no one is going to remember a thing.
Yeah, but somebody somewhere might remember something.
Yeah, and I suppose you believe in fairies and all.
So Davis's car was stolen 3 years ago, right?
Well, 2.5.
And you've only just nicked the guys who stole it. So where is it?
The woman who's got it now bought it in good faith from a reputable car dealer a few months back.
Well, that's her hard luck. Go and bring the motor in.
The car has changed hands 5 times since it was stolen.
The insurance company has paid out Davis in full.
You sure this is not some kind of a wind-up?
On the level.
Why can't you two ever bring in a straightforward job? I swear you do this sort of thing to wind me up.
Now, come on. Would we do that?
That's what I should have done. Join the army and seen the world.
Welsh Fusiliers, of course.
I said the army, not the bleeding Aberystwyth Morris dancers. No crumpet here at all.
Yes?
WPC Bryn for Mrs. Haroldson.
Come on up. First floor.
Mr. Haroldson.
Yes, you've come about the burglary. Come this way.
This is a beautiful place.
Well, I like it.
We really shouldn't get Burnside going, you know.
Burnside is right. Anyway, why not? The man's a prat, isn't he?
I'll bet he's going through all those law reviews trying to find a stated case to cover that nicked motor.
Well, he's paid to make decisions. Why should I tell him?
You know.
Of course I know. National Employers Mutual General Insurance Association Limited versus Jones.
Go on.
Despite the fact that said car has passed through many hands...
All in good faith.
Quite. The insurance company paid out.
Car's down to the insurance company.
The judge stated that Section 9 of the Factors Act 1889 was effectively incorporated into Section 25(2) of the Sale of Goods Act 1893. The Act specifically maintains the fundamental principle: no one can give better title than he himself has, embodied in that Latin maxim, nemo dat quod non habet.
Clever old sod.
Not bad, eh?
Try and be a bit keen this time, eh? Look, if there's a crumpet in there, I guarantee she'll have my rapt attention.
Yeah, I bet.
It's incredible.
You like it?
Well, it makes my place look rather sick.
Well, there's a lot of work gone into the design.
It feels quite masculine, you know, more like a bachelor pad. What does Mrs. Haroldson think of that?
Mrs. Haroldson likes to leave that kind of thing up to me.
Simple, I suppose, being an architect.
Well, design's one thing. Getting planning permission's another.
I don't have to worry about things like that in my little box. Right, shall we get down to business?
Yes, the burglary.
Your wife, is she around?
Out. Shopping.
Oh.
Shall we start in the bedroom?
There's got to be a stated case here somewhere.
When you finish your tea, I want you to go down to Bravington Road Estate.
Oh, not that silly old woman again.
What silly old woman?
I want you to get a statement.
What silly old woman are you talking about?
Just a little bit eccentric. What do you mean?
You've put everything back in its place.
Oh, I don't like to see an untidy room.
Mrs. Haroldson was asked on the phone not to touch anything until an officer arrived.
Well, she didn't think it was necessary. Nothing's missing. She likes to keep the place tidy.
When will she be back?
Who knows? Once she gets stuck into Harrods, could be an all-day job. You know what women are.
But she asked for a WPC specifically.
Yes, she'd probably be uncomfortable with a male officer.
Yes, I know the feeling. I think I better come back when Mrs. Harrelson's home. Could I trouble you for a glass of water?
By all means.
Well, that was a lot of good. You'd think, wouldn't you? If somebody nicked a credit card, they'd slip up at least once.
Well, look on the bright side.
Right side? What right side?
We're building up a picture of the suspect.
We are?
Yeah, we know her dress size, her shoe size.
Forgetting her bra size.
Her taste in perfume. Exotic underwear. I tell you, I'm getting this image.
Yes, I bet you are,
I want to catch this one. Morning, Sarge. How's trade?
Slow.
No one taking up the Queen shilling, then?
You can have this one free, gratis.
Let me tell you, my old man fought in Korea. You remember the glorious Gloucesters?
Oh, I do.
Well, I don't need to say anymore, do I? I mean, imagine that hill. Millions of Chinese
But is it that?
swarming towards you
This is
like
some
ants.
practical joke.
Down to your last magazine.
You got trouble? Where did you get this, love?
That man down there gave it to me.
You show me. This can't be for real.
Man in the uniform.
That's the bloke we saw earlier.
We thought he was with your mob.
Well, never mind whose mob he's with. What the hell are we going to do?
Sierra Oscar from Sierra Oscar 743.
If you can't take a simple statement, I'll get June to do it.
I can handle it. I can handle it.
No, I'll let them answer. Probably for them anyway.
Sit down.
Ted, this is juvenile.
About time.
Canteen.
It's probably Burnside wants to know which baking sandwiches got to.
Right. Everyone down the shopping centre. Some nuts planted a bomb.
So, what are you going to do now?
Well, there's nothing missing, no sign of entry. I find it a bit odd, to be honest.
Perhaps they climbed up the side of the building and came in through the roof garden and were disturbed.
Or a cat burglar.
Probably.
You've been reading too many comics, Mr. Haraldson.
Not possible.
Please don't insult my intelligence.
Take all your bags. Don't push, just move through slowly. No, don't worry about it.
Please make for the south exit of the building in an orderly fashion. There is no need to
Ramsey,
panic.
get a WPC
Police
or
officers are
something.
at hand directing to the appropriate exits.
Right, can you get out as quick as possible?
Please do not re-enter the building until the emergency is
Keep the children with the parents if you can, thanks.
Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
A letter will be sent to you from our Chief Inspector setting out the reasons why there'll be no further action. Mr. Haraldson, what are you up to?
Why don't you stay a while? Have a drink.
Keep moving, please.
Police officers are at hand directing to the appropriate exits. Please make for the south exits of the building in an orderly fashion. There is no need to panic.
Hey, what's going on? What's all this? Don't worry about it. Just move outside the building, please.
Please make for the south exits of the building in an orderly
Hold on to
fashion.
the kiddies, please.
There is no need to panic. Police officers are at hand directing to the appropriate exits. Please do not re-enter the building until the emergency is over.
For the last time, get away from the door.
Why not sit down? We'll have a chat about it.
There's nothing to chat about.
Come on. You're a girl who likes a bit of fun. I can see that. Why don't you and me...
Oh!
Give my regards to Mrs. Haraldson.
All units in the vicinity of the shopping centre do not use radios.
Don't use any of the radios.
Repeat, do not use radios.
Tell all units, Sandhill Cadron will be the control centre.
What's happening?
We've got a bomb, sir.
A bomb? What kind of bomb?
We don't know, sir. It's not been found.
You informed the bomb squad?
Sir.
Good. Anything else you need?
Not so far, sir.
Right.
Ramsey, is this the suitcase he was carrying?
That's it.
Straight through there. That's all we've got.
Police officers are at hand directing to the
Keep this over here, Skip. Sergeant Ryan. Who's the idea of yes, Roach and DC Dashwood?
Where is he?
That's him down there.
There is no need to panic. Police officers are
You don't know who he is?
Never
seen him before in my life.
According to this note, he'll only speak to you.
Yeah, well, a fellow soldier. There can't be any other reason.
Better get down there, hadn't you?
What shall I say to him?
Just keep them talking.
Sergeant Cryer, I think he's found it.
Please do not re-enter the building.
Major! I think we found it.
Give me a few minutes. I'll be with you.
There is no need to panic. Police officers are at hand directing to the appropriate exits. Please make for the south exits of the building in an orderly fashion. There
Are you sure this is the case?
Yeah. Why?
Because it's empty.
So, he's just been sat there like that all the time, has he?
Please make for the south
We don't know what he
exit of the
wants.
building in an orderly fashion.
Well, the first thing I'm going to do when we disarm that bomb is shut that bloody girl up on a tannoy. She's driving me round a twist. Don't tell me.
South exit of the
Suitcase was
building in
empty.
an orderly fashion.
Back to square one.
Well, maybe there was nothing in it in the first place. Maybe this whole thing's just a hoax.
Well, we'll soon find out.
Joe.
Oh, come on, we are looking for a bomb.
Didn't you have any breakfast this morning?
No time for that, pal.
Well, his name's Peter Menzies. He's a Falklands veteran.
Falklands?
What does he want? He's been writing for months to the Minister of Defence. He wants the bodies of his colleagues brought back.
Is that all this is about?
Well, no one's been taking any notice of him.
What is he, a nutter?
No, he's just one of the unfortunates. His war's never ended.
Listen, I'm not interested in his social history. I want to know where that bomb is.
Look, part of his skull was blown away during the battle at Goose Green. He's been in a nursing home ever since.
Poor sod.
He's a deeply disturbed person.
The bomb. What about the bomb?
Well, all he said was, you've got 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
Couldn't find out where, could you?
Look, he's got some kind of remote control in his hand. I'm not up with modern technology, but I think it's a remote-controlled detonating switch.
What does that mean?
Well, it could mean two things. The explosive device could be just about anywhere, and if anybody tries to rush him, he's going to set it off anyway.
Listen, get back down there. Keep him talking. Promise him anything, but find out where that bloody thing is. If you want me for anything, I'll be outside in the van. Seems little point in my hanging about here till you've actually found the device.
Don't worry, if we find it, you'll be the first to know.
Right. And I'll hear from you.
Yeah, Tom.
You don't reckon this could all be a big bluff, do you?
I don't know. If it was anyone except an ex-soldier, I'd say maybe, but I've got a nasty feeling about this one.
See if you can get hold of Menzies, old commanding officer.
I'll get the MODs.
It's PT-17, sir. They're sending a level 1 team down, including 2 marksmen.
Good.
Ramsey?
We're running out of time, and I'm not sure what to do.
Well, hopefully Ryan can keep a dialogue and extend the deadline.
I'll give it another couple of minutes. If we haven't found a bomb by then, we move our people out and bring in a marksman. Hey! Oh! Oi!
Where are we going? What's going on?
It's all right, don't worry.
Stop them, Joe!
What? Oh. Oh.
Lads are chasing a couple of looters.
Where?
Other side of the building.
Well, what do you expect? An opportunity not to be missed.
Well, do what you have to do, but make sure they don't come this way. I don't want anybody panicking our friend down there. You hear me?
Right.
Oh, you ain't gone and lost him. I'm sure he came this way. Well, what about the toilets?
Which toilets?
This way.
Yes, Lester, this is WPC Brind. Right, I've just checked with registry on a Mr. Simon Haroldson, born 13th of the 3rd, 49. They tell me you've got correspondence on file regarding his activities. Yeah, can you tell me what it's about? Yeah, I'll hold.
All right, come out of there.
Bloody hell. Taff, get Burnside. Move!
Let me get this down. Haroldson, subject of complaints. Sexual assault on women. Sorry, can you say that again? You're going a bit fast for me. Not proven. What about his wife, Mrs. Haroldson? Have you got anything on her? Let me get this straight. There's no Mrs. Haroldson. Are you sure about that?
Sir! Keep your voice down. We found it, sir. It's in the gents' toilets on the other side of the building.
The bomb?
Well, no, not exactly.
What do you mean, not exactly?
I think you better come and see for yourself, sir.
Oh, where the hell are they? Where is everybody?
The bomb scare.
What bomb scare?
The shopping centre. Didn't you know?
Well, nothing's come over the radio.
Yeah, well, it wouldn't, would it?
What the bloody hell is that?
This, my friend, is a rocket launcher.
We're running out of time.
How long is it going to take to disarm it?
Not long.
What does that mean?
There you are. All clear.
Right. Well, let's go and grab Menzies.
We're down to seconds.
All right, it's been disarmed.
It wasn't a bomb, it was a Swedish-made anti-tank launcher.
A rocket launcher? Where the devil did he get that from?
Who cares? That's the least of our worries.
Did we tell Menzies it's been disarmed?
But he's got a gun, you know, an automatic.
Do you think he'll give himself up?
No, he won't give himself up, I'll tell you that for nothing.
I don't think we've got any choice.
Yeah, well, don't harm him, please.
Go and get the marksman. They're sitting in the van.
You can't do that.
Come up here. Easy shot. Straight between the eyes.
Look, he's a sick man, don't you understand?
It'll be over in seconds and no one will get hurt.
I don't think we should.
I'm not going to let you do that!
Will you listen to me? Any second now, he's going to find out that rocket launcher's not going to go off, for Christ's sakes.
Sarge, I think I'm onto something,
Yeah,
but
some
I
other
can't get
time,
on the
Claire.
computer to verify it, but this is important.
Yeah.
Mr. Menzies, I am Inspector Burnside. Your request for the bodies of your colleagues to be brought back from the Falklands is being sympathetically reviewed by the appropriate authorities. We can do no more than that. I have to tell you, Mr. Menzies, we have discovered the rocket launcher. We've disarmed it, Mr. Menzies. Give yourself up.
Hold him! I've got it!
Sir, can I see you for a moment? It is important.
We're busy. See me later.
I've almost been seduced by a man who's the subject of assaults on women.
Lucky you!
Claire, sorry I couldn't get to the computer before. Anyway, here's the printout, courtesy of AIB. Haroldson has been a suspect in 2 unsolved murder inquiries up north where the female victims have been lured to premises on some pretext. Yeah?